Hi. What's the most important tool for any trail rider or horse camper? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Robert. This is Ruger. And that's Coco. And we are trail riding and camping and packing at home. During most years, I spend the summer trail riding and horse camping, from front country glamping to pack trips deep into wilderness areas. The rest of the year, I lead trail riding and horse camping clinics across the U.S. and even internationally, where I share my knowledge of trail riding and horse camping to help you escape the arena and enjoy the great outdoors. Before we get too much further though, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. These two monkeys would sure appreciate it. This segment is brought to you by the letter K, as well as Troxel helmets, B&W trailer hitches, and Scratch and All. Many thanks to everyone that makes Trailmeister possible. Ruger sure appreciates you. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. One of the most important tools that every horseman should always have on them is a knife. I'm a big believer in every horseman having a sharp, easily accessible knife on them anytime we're around stock. It's not just for slicing baling twine, cutting a slab of bacon, or whittling when you're bored. It can save your life. Not only is a knife one of the 10 essentials that we should have with us on every ride, it's also one of the very first tools that was ever invented. I think that's pretty nifty. A knife is an essential tool for every rider heading into the great outdoors, from riding around the field to riding around a wilderness. Here's some examples of the knives that I generally carry with me. A fixed blade knife, a folding pocket knife, and a multi-tool with pliers. So what are we going to use these knives for? I asked my Facebook readers what they use their knives for most frequently, and I also asked them to be honest, and there were 4 responses that were most common. One was opening a packet of food, getting into that Fritos bag. The second was making repairs, so making a hole in a latigo, working on tack, that kind of a thing. The third was making fire, and yes, you can make fire with a knife. We'll have to show you that in a little bit. And the fourth was what really scares me: cutting a rope in case of a wreck. That's why I carry a knife that I can get to really, really quickly. If I have a horse that's gotten wrapped up in a lead line, have a problem with the hind line, and having a packing issue, and I've got a animal that's wrapped up in a lash line, I need a way to cut that rope, cut my animal out of danger, and that's the big reason why I always carry a knife on my person. The question then becomes, what type of knife? I prefer a fixed blade knife that I keep on my belt. This is my most favorite one. In an emergency, with it being on my belt, I can pull it out. I don't have to worry about unfolding a blade, and I can take care of the situation at hand without any issues.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Now, I'm not storming a beachhead, but I think a knife can be both too large and so small as to be nearly useless. I like my knives to be between 3.5 and 4 inches long, pretty much to get to the bottom of the peanut butter jar, but no further. Some of the benefits of a fixed blade knife include it's really, really simple. There aren't any moving parts. It's easy to maintain, and I believe that you're less apt to cut yourself with a fixed blade knife, simply because with a folding knife, you got to worry about it perhaps folding on your fingers. No worries about that with a fixed blade. Of course, there's always a place for a folding pocket knife, and I've generally always got one in my pocket, someplace. The cowboys of old, they always carried stockman knives, like this one. Stockman knife generally has 3 blades. These might not cut you out of a wreck, but gee golly, they're handy for whittling, passing the time, and open up that bag of snacks. For quick repairs, a multi-tool always lives in my saddlebags. This is a handy tool. The best part is these pliers. The whole tool is designed around them. Now, pliers aren't something you think that you're going to need, but I guarantee you will use these a lot more than you think they will. Makes them super handy, and again, I always have a set with me someplace. Our folding knives have a lot of advantages as well. The first, no sheath is required. They fold up nice and small. You can just fit them in a pocket. And In the case of a multi-tool, not only do they fold, but you have all these other gadgets. Heck, I even have a screwdriver amongst other things that I've never even used. Mostly it's the pliers, but they can fit in your pocket. Another knife question to consider is the blade serrated or is it plain? A lot of ropes today are made out of polypropylene, which can be really hard to cut with an ordinary or plain blade. For that reason, a serrated or partial serrated blade can be a handy thing to have. In general, a plain edge is best when you're pushing the blade through something, as well as when you want a lot of control, accuracy, or a really clean cut. In contrast to the plain edge, a serrated blade comes in really handy for slicing cuts, as well as when you're cutting hard or tough material, such as that rope we mentioned, where these serrations can kind of cut and grab the material. Well, there you go. My thoughts on knives. I kind of feel naked when I'm without one of these things. It's the most basic of tools. I can cut baling twine, lash ropes, make a fire, and a million other tasks. I urge you to find and carry a knife of your own. You'll really wonder how you got around without one. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Stick around for the next segment when we visit the letter L. Until next time, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy.